look at that time and I'm getting it down week by week. I'm slowly getting better. What's up, y'all? We are back for another episode of Cogs in the Machine. You already know by the title, we're going to be talking about my first love, my first passion, my first crush throughout in time and most people's, Lara Croft, the good old Tomb Raider. I'm excited to be back. I'm the floor hugger, but the man who's going to do the most learning tonight, hopefully, is Chakalaka. How you doing, Chakalaka?
Hey, I'm very excited because, I'm trying to think. Have you ever actually done one where it's like a hugger, led episode? Because usually it's always either a co-lead episode where we both have something to say, or it's me like schooling you.
Uh, you see where all my knowledge went was when I was doing it with Trevor. Now I'm like, I can't think. My brain is fried, man.
But I'm excited because I didn't have to do any research. I let it all hand it off to you. So I got no script. I got no what about this or what I said or did you know off the top of my head planned or whatever or thought of. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like an interesting one. I wanna see this dynamic. I wanna see the you know I like to see whenever the girl takes the lead.
Kinky. Okay,
Yeah.
damn.
Hashtag girl boss.
Hashtag girl boss. So what we're talking about Tomb Raider. What do you know about Tomb Raider?
I only know about the reboots. So I know I watched the Angelina Jolie movies. I
Best
watched
movies.
I watched the Alicia Vikander movie, and I played one and a half games. I beat the first game in the reboot trilogy, and I beat the first half of the second game. I just stopped playing it and didn't finish it through. So I know a little. I know quite a bit, I would say, but and I definitely like the games. By the way, I didn't. It was no offense. I do that a lot. I start games and don't finish them all the damn time. So it's really no offense to the game.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not judging you because
But
I
you
do
are.
that so much. No, I do that so much. It's so bad. I just like to collect. We've gone through this several times of you showing me shit you have not opened. You're like, yeah, I bought it, and I probably will never play it. Like, okay, man.
Yeah, I think we gotta I gotta do a versus between me and Baron to find out who has more games in shrink wrap.
You. Oh wait,
Yeah,
he might. Ooh,
he
that's
might beat
something
me
I
on
want
that
to
one.
see.
I think he might beat me on that one because I will say this. Even the games I never played, I at least do break the shrink wrap on some of them. I have if I were to really be honest with myself and be talk about every single game that I own and never even launched, probably gonna keep up with Baron. But at least I do have quite a few games in the shrink wrap, not because I want to preserve them for collector's purposes, but because I just didn't play them. So
I get
yeah.
it. I get it. No hate, cause you, Mister Review God, have to spend a lot of time not playing games you want to play games sometimes you like, sometimes you don't like.
Yeah, yeah. I said this on Ready Press Play where it's man, I feel like I can only play games unless I'm on assignment. That's the only way. When we were on Ready Press Play for all of 2020 and some of 2021, we did a spoiler cast every month, and so I actually played and beat a game, things that were even on my to do list, right?
Hmm.
Just like the first Halo game, for instance, just so I can get it done, and it was very encouraging. It was sort of keeping me going, but it's without a deadline, it's there's no pressure.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been pretty good. It's been lax the last few months. I try to finish at least one game a month, and I haven't gotten to it.
We're already halfway into the month. Yeah.
I know.
Good God, this year's going by so fast.
So fast. Thank you for pointing it out because I feel like I'm going crazy when I say, like, it's April. I almost said it's March. It's April already.
Yeah. And I
Like,
feel like I'm already established on my new job already. I feel like I'm a veteran. So it's
cheers to you for
it's like,
that, by the way.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's quite the lifestyle changes that came with it. But yes.
I'm proud of you. Let's all give Chakalaka a round of applause for
Oh.
settling into the new job. He's looking slimmer every week. I got to start catching up. And he's
Yeah,
just doing his damn thing.
I would not have worn this shirt a month ago. It's too tight.
You just want to show off your guns. It's okay.
I know, right? Let
I'm
me
not gonna
just.
fault you for that. You're a handsome boy, and the world deserves to see.
Oh, thank you. But speaking of sexy,
Mm.
talk about polygon titties.
So, as you guys know, the show is gonna be not as long. That's what she said. We're gonna do about an hour and a half. We're gonna cover the first 6 games because there's 22 games, give or take, of Tomb Raider, which blew my mind. I thought I had played all of them. No, I haven't. And there's a lot of spin-offs. We're gonna cover one spin-off, two spin-offs today, and we're gonna be so it's broken up into the original timeline, which is the original games, the Survivor timeline, which is the Tomb Raider games, and then spin-offs, or which is the reboot games, and then spin-offs, which is the console, the handheld games, and all that stuff like that. So bear with us as we go through this. It's gonna be a multi-parter because Laura's just sexy. There's going to be a lot of information. You guys are encouraged to ask questions. I will try my best to answer them. And let's put Chocolate on the spot a lot because I'm ready to get him tonight. He always gets me. I'm gonna get him.
Yeah. Also, looks like King Kachi is obviously complimenting you, Hugger.
Sarenge King,
And
how you doing?
yeah, you're going super strong. So happy for you. I'm assuming you know King Kachi. And
Yeah, we've
then
been
what's up,
friends for a long
Flameser?
time. What's up,
Hello,
Flameser?
Lazy Bean.
What's up, Bean? You motherfucker, you should be resting. Anyway, I'm gonna play some Tomb Raider with no sound in the back as we go through some of this. And I have a couple of videos. I pulled a Chakalaka. A lot of this is copy and paste because it's just knowledge we know, and it's been there forever, but we're just going to go through. Do you know when the first game, the first iteration, this beautiful polygon titties dropped?
96.
How
Yeah.
old were you then?
I would have turned 8 years old in 1986.
I was turning 3 years old.
Oh God. Ah, jeez.
Sorry, I just had to get you. It's been a while since I've got somebody for being older.
Yeah, I mean, you can always just make me and Fame because we're like I think only a year apart, almost of the day. So yeah.
I like to get fame for being an old man. It's probably one of my favorite things to do. And now you get to experience it too.
Yes.
So the original game, up until I think the Survivor timeline, was developed by Core Design, and Core Design was a 6-man team for a very, very long time. And it was published by Eidos, which was Eidos Interactive at the time. You know, back in '96. It was a long time ago. Now it's Eidos Montreal or whatever they call it. I can't remember the full name. And it was
I think it
first
is Eidos
released.
Montreal.
I
Yeah.
thought it was crazy. Right? I was like, isn't it Eidos Montreal? Bean Bean was -1 years old in 1996. Well, now I feel a little old. It was first released on the Sega Saturn,
Hmm.
MS-DOS, and PES1. That's why people think Tomb Raider is a PS1 exclusive because they forget that it was on DOS, which the DOS version is rough.
Ooh,
I
ouch.
don't hate it, but it's different. And I've never
Yeah.
seen the Sega Saturn version, I'll be
And the
honest.
Sega and the Sega Saturn was obviously a commercial failure a bit, or I don't know if a failure, but definitely not a commercial success. So
Definitely not.
therefore, like the number of copies that you would sell um, is going to be limited due
Mhm.
to the small install base. But also, just by the way, like I actually found out only like 3 years ago that there was a Sega Saturn version of this game. I actually
Oh,
know it was three
really?
years ago or something like that, but like I don't know if it was. Like we've been doing like video game anniversaries and stuff like that on Ready Press Play every month, so this might have come up, and so that's how I knew about the Sega Saturn version. I was like, oh, did not know.
A lot of the games, even until the 2000s, were still on the Sega Saturn, which is interesting to me. This game was also praised for its time for not only having a female lead, because Laura was originally supposed to be a stand-in for a man until they switched it out. Um,
Mm,
and her original name was Laura, spelt the American way, Cruz, instead of Lara, spelt the English way, Croft, that we've all come to love. She, this was also on Mac, which, yes, Mac plays
mm,
video games, people. The Pocket PC, the N Gauge, and it's also on I don't know if it's still available, but it was on Android and iOS for a very long time. That was released in 2015, which was 6,000 years ago because we've been in quarantine for so long.
What a what a novelty! A cell phone that's also a game console. I just wish that
That'll
I caught
never
on a little bit
happen.
better. I kind of wish that I caught it on. Like I like the idea of an N-Gage, like oh you can buy games like they're like little chips that you put in your phone. Yeah, so obviously
I
the App
do.
Store is gonna democratize everything, but still, that was cool.
Still. Yeah, the Engage, there's if you guys are ever interested in weird shit like that, Lazy Game Reviews has a great documentary about the Engage, its history, its founders, what happened. Like it's crazy the Engage, and if you like that kind of weird history, he has tons of stuff on that. Shout out to him. Dallas, the Pocket PC, you nasty bitch. Why are you so why are you like this, Dallas? Were you raised in a barn?
Oh my
Dallas out
god,
here
this
saying the pocket. What?
eh, I honestly didn't even know about it either. I just Google image search. It's like a freaking like a Palm like PDF kind of thing. Damn, I can't remember the name of those that brand
Palm Pilot.
that
I think they were just
yeah,
Palm.
yeah, yeah, Palms, yeah, and stuff like that. Oh wow.
So work
Interesting.
for this a beautiful, lovely, clunky game started in 93 and it took 3 years, which kind of surprised me cuz you'll see in very quick succession they start kind of like shitting these games out after this. This took 3 years to develop with a team of 6 people. They were lived in a not lived, worked in a little like a converted house, which was always interesting to me. I don't know how people do that, but it is what it is. You've got to start somewhere, right? Uh, I'm reading. I have so many notes, Chocolate. I have to show you after. You're gonna be so proud
um Surprised he didn't put it on the on our shared folder, but whatever.
because
Anyways,
I wanted to
uh
surprise you because I know you would read ahead because that's what I do.
you're okay, fair enough. But as far just looking at this game, by the way, I'm like intently watching this gameplay. First off, a dinosaur. Okay, that's the first thing. But secondly,
Yes,
performance. A little shoddy. It's like tank. You can see the tank controls in this game gameplay footage, but also like
yes,
just seeing like the low frame rate, like the what do you call it? The the draw distance being a little shoddy. It's like wow, it's like very rudimentary. But
yep.
I was gonna say not insulting though. I'd say quaint. Probably be better.
Quaint, very much of. I'm trying to get to the dinosaur thing. I'm trying to remember which section it's a part of. Quaint, very much of its time. It it gave way to. It's got to be here somewhere. I'm not dumb, right? It's in the
Well, I saw a
early
dinosaur
part.
just a second ago. She shot a dinosaur dead, like right, unless it was talking about a bigger dinosaur.
There's let me go. Was it in the red part or was it in this part?
It was in the red part. It was like she
Uh,
just shot like one random velociraptor looking dinosaur.
yes. There's a Tomb Raider. There is a T-Rex that chases her down.
Ooh,
It's like one of the
wow.
most iconic parts of the game that every oh god, everybody knows. If you know there's one of them. I think
There's one of them right.
it starts at like he, somewhere outside here. I can't remember where. But yeah, you can see the clunky controls. It's still it hasn't aged well
I
at
wonder,
all.
did this game get ported to like a later console where it had supported like dual stick controls where you don't have to use tank controls and just freely move around and freely control the camera? Because that would I would just say like if you're gonna like make port the game as is, at least port it with better controls and maybe it'll make it better, just that much better.
At the
Oh,
time of oh, I saw the dinosaur. There's a deer. At the time when I looked at the Tomb Raider Wiki and Wikipedia, it hasn't been ported over at all. Oh, that's a big ass wolf. It hasn't been ported to a newer system. It might have been slapped in one of the editions, like the anniversary edition, but the anniversary edition also like remastered a lot of stuff. That was a
hmm.
remaster before a remaster. Uh, so the story of this one is that's why I'm gonna have tangents. I think that's why a lot of people really like the 2013 Tomb Raider because it was the first time we'd met a not established Laura. This is 8 years after Laura has been tomb raiding and she's been disowned by her family. And you'll see as we go through the story of her family changes. Some it's her family was murdered. In the newer games, it's her dad was murdered by Trinity. Some it's her parents were killed in a plane crash. Some they've the Angelina Jolie movies, her mom disappeared and her dad was murdered. So it's like the story changes, and even in the books, the story changes, which
Come
is
on.
confusing. Like
Get your shit together.
she has more origin story than Batman does. So
Good
she's
God.
been hired by Jacqueline Natla, who is they're trying to find the Psychon of Atlantis. I'm not going to go into the story of all of them because they're it's a lot of tomb raiding and whatever. And Natla turns out to be the antagonist, and she's also an ancient evil Atlantean with wings and fireball power that also serves as the final boss that you have to beat. And it's just it takes you through all this. Let's see if I can actually find Natla. Probably I probably missed it because this is like the Great Escape and all that stuff. Oh, oh, look at that. Hey, what's up? How you doing? What's up, Dallas is a T-Rex surprised the fuck out of him as a kid.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
So that's the final big boss, and then you fight Nala. Imagine this as a kid, right? Nobody
Not
tells you this is
quite
a
what
thing.
I would expect. This looks something out of like the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, like straight up.
Yeah, a little God of War, a detached torso. When you put all the Scion, whatever they call it, parts together, this is the thing you have to fight. And this is after you've shot Natla down and she's presumed dead, and then she comes back and you have to beat her ass. Um,
Yeah, this looks something like out of like the Walking Dead type style, like boss. I can't think of what I'm trying to say, but like a video game with many like undead enemies or something like that. Just seems like insert like Black for Blood or something like that. I don't know.
a little Earthboundy, with the fetus boss at the end. That shit was horrifying as a kid.
Imagine dying to that titty bump move.
What's wrong with the titty bump move, Dallas? I die to it as long as Laura's doing it. And also, while Dallas pointed it out, those titties are sharp. Like, ooh, the pulsing walls is. I don't like that. Something about that is unsettling. So the thing that we can all see, clunky controls. It is a product of its time. The tank controls. This was, at the time of Resident Evil, uh, Dino Crisis, Time Crisis, all those kind of like very popular games. But the one thing that stood Laura apart from everything else, which has continued for the entire franchise, which most people don't get to see, is the horrific deaths in this game.
What the hell? I didn't even know they started in the first game.
First game, so these are all while she's still in the house. Let me get to ones where she's outside and doing things. They're all awful. She can break her, and you can do these in the world too. Break her neck. I'm trying to get to the one where she gets eaten by the Tyrannosaurus because that's look at those collisions with the bats. Cheers.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yep. Just
Whoa.
get mauled. I like the slow fall down.
Oh my god.
Show the Tyrannosaurus one. That might be a cutscene, but there's like a special one for the T Rex that is. If I was a kid and I saw it, it would have scared the shit out of me.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna drown the bats again.
Oh my god.
Ooh,
Oh man. I was kind of hoping that they did more animations. Oh my god.
that one.
That one hurt my soul.
The crunch on that one though. Like y'all can't hear the crunch. That was juicy. And this is stuck around. Most people remember the 2013 one when you're going down the water, and if you don't skip the barrier, the pole goes right through the bottom of her jaw.
There's
Yeah,
that dinosaur.
it started here. So what that oh
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
If
Damn. Oh my god.
if I was a kid, I would have been pissed,
That is insane. I can't believe they went out of their way to do all that.
right? And this is
Mm.
where we get the iconic outfits and the most iconic music. I think the only music that rivals this is the 2013 Survivors Born soundtrack or song from, the reboot. It's a third person over the shoulder game that we see. This dinosaur just won't kill this woman. Stomp on her. Now I just want to Laura's she got
Huh.
stomped. She got
Just
stomped. It's a puzzle game that hasn't changed. The puzzles have gotten better. There is complex movements, complex actions, as we can see the diving, the rolling, the jumping on her neck. You can sidestep, you can hang from ledges, you can roll over, dive, you can also swim through water. Her pistols, twin pistols, carry infinite ammo, which is nice. And there's additional weapons like shotguns. You get dual, she got crushed, dual magnums, and dual Uzis at a certain point in the story, like they like to do in a lot of games. They strip Laura of all her weapons. Oh, damn. Oh, the slow slide on the spikes for me. Strip her of all her
did not expect
weapons.
that.
Oh, oh,
If anything, you
okay.
should have opened with this.
I should have. I should have. Be like, all right, this is what happens in here. I don't know if she's drowning of now. Oh, somebody's shooting her.
Oh.
Man, that guy's got big shoulders. God damn. Uh, what else? So yeah, at one point, Laura stripped of all her weapons, and this became a staple of the series, which you do see. The only game I haven't played of the new ones is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but you do see it in Rise. She loses all her weapons. You do see it in the 2013 one. You see it in I think every single game. I'm not sure about the handheld game. So come on, Harambe, beat the fuck out of her. I just the effort and the janky camera that goes into this. I'm just gonna go through a large chunk is of this is set in Peru. So like the first half of the game is set in Peru. Then the famous dinosaur level, you go to Seattle, Greece, Egypt, and then Atlantis is the final location where you beat that ugly uh Killer Croc. Is that you? That ugly gummy boss. There's also tons of additional secrets. Don't know what just happened. Oh, she got electrocuted. Don't know what happened. Are tons of secrets, optional puzzles. And in 1998, which in 1998 Tomb Raider 3 was already out. Tomb Raider 1 was re-released and it was called Unfinished Business in North America and Tomb Raider Gold for the rest of the world because we have to be special. It was exclusive for PC and Mac, and it was the first time the game had been released on Mac. It was an expansion featuring the regular game, as well as 4 new bonus levels and 2 new extra scenarios called Shadow of the Cat and Unfinished Business. And these extra levels were made free for original owners. Good guy core coming in hot. Or I guess it'd be Ida's coming in hot for that. That crocodile wants a piece of ass.
There you go.
Let's
Nom
see.
nom.
Scroll to the end where there's. Well, I don't know what I just saw in the preview there, but I'm excited for this death coming up. What are those? What are those?
Jeez.
Those look
I
like
think those are some weird looking mummies.
You know what those look like? The Redeads from Zelda. Is that what they're called?
Yes, yes.
Ooh, they're so tall. I hate it. So
Oh my god.
you probably know this, Chakalaka,
What's up?
but there was controversy when this game came out because of a now
I was gonna ask you about that.
the jury's still out whether it's actually true or not because it's like
Yeah.
become one of those things that it's been lost to time and it's like a myth. But you know the
Mhm.
controversy, right?
Yep, I do. I was gonna ask you about the polygon titties. Um,
Mhm.
and so there was like a cheat code that you can enter in, and well, at least this is like the urban legend, right? So
Yeah.
you know there was no internet back in the day. Um, Everything was done like through like word of mouth,
Mhm.
magazines and stuff like that. So the word on the street was that there's a cheat code that you can put in, and then she's topless, you know.
Mhm.
And there was even like a screenshot shown in like one of the magazines of it. Turns out like that cheat code was a fake. It wasn't a real that image that you saw that was whatever that was being circulated making the rounds was all a fake. It was basically like somebody basically hacking the game into
Mhm.
like an action replay kind of situation. Oh my god.
Oh, crispy.
That's
Mhm.
okay.
Barbecued Lara.
So yeah, so there was just basically like an urban legend that somebody just made a hoax of it. So they
Mhm.
made a like they doctored and made a look a screenshot or like maybe even video of her just being topless. And it was like a controversy. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Think of the children. Like how dare you sell this game to kids who can put that in there and stuff like that. Oh my god, that's like a Tony Hawk looking kind of
Yeah.
skateboard. I don't know what the you know,
Yeah.
it's the '90s.
It's the
Okay,
90s.
skateboarding was all the rage, and so they got
Exactly.
to just throw it in there. So, anyways, that being said, it's my understanding that no such programming or the programming was never there. Like there is no cheat code that you can put in. It was all a hoax. But you
Mhm.
know, it was so pervasive that it still lives on to this day. So
So you got it completely right. It is not a real thing, but I'm pretty sure it is now. People have made patches and mods and stuff. But
yeah,
at the
yeah.
time, it was the Nude Raider patch that was made outside of Core and Eidos, of course, and it was never housed on their stuff. It was added to the original game by some modders or whatever. This the history is weird because in 2004, allegedly, this company was sued for making this Nude Raider patch, but nobody can ever find if this stuff exists because it's lost to time now. Oh, I don't like that. While I'm trying to get through a door and something's chasing me, that is the most horrific thing I could think. What is that?
That's mimicking her. That is
This is
insane.
Oh, it died at the same
Yeah,
time.
it was like mirroring her, like completely. Like even look. Oh,
Oh,
wow. That's an
that's
interesting
weird.
puzzle.
How do you Oh,
Seems like you
you
got to solve for it somehow. I don't
my
know.
brain
Like,
doesn't like that. Oh yeah, that's another signature thing she could do. That weird lift. Okay. Okay. All that work to just jump in. And there's the gummy thing.
oh, but like dive with from a titty bump. I need to
Yep.
see that now.
Give me the titty. Look at those. Now I'm thinking Laura's not the only one with the Oh,
Oh my
okay.
god. She just did her like they just did her like Loki with Hulk.
Oh my god, they did.
Puny god, puny god.
Oh my god, Laura. But yes, the all that stuff, the Nude Raider patch, nobody knows if it's true or not. There was rumors that people made it, but it's been lost to time, and now our minds are so far fetched, and there's so much fan fiction that I don't think that. Could you imagine falling? I mean, you wouldn't because there's fall damage, but falling all the way down and then surviving and have to climb all the way back up, I would lose my mind. And there was also a big issue with this game where you could save anywhere. So some people said, oh, it was too easy. And then in the next game, they changed it to you could only save in certain spots, and then people hated it. And then they brought save crystals in for 3, and some people still hated it. You really can't please everybody. Now we have auto saves, so thank God. Auto and manual saves.
Yeah, games have to go out of their way to take that to disable that these days when it's like part of the design choice. Like, no, you can't save whenever you want.
How do you I know this is side tangent. How do you feel about that?
Um, I'm of two minds. Like from design choice, if it's intent, like if it's the artist's like the author's choice kind of thing, games can be designed around that idea. So you know, properly pace it out so that you're not like forcing me to like do a 15-minute stretch without being able to save, then that's fine. I think with horror games like Resident Evil that use like the ink ribbon thing is fine because it's part of like what makes it so intense that you can't just freely save and put it down. You have to be
Mhm.
very mindful and intentional with whenever you want to call it. Um, so yeah, I think it's depends. It's on like a game by game basis. It depends on what the game is designing, and so I can see how like your Souls games or Bloodborne would benefit from not being able to just save and quit at any time because you want to get the sweats in.
Mhm. That's I oh god. That situation with that rock rolling, the shit crumbling, and the swinging guillotine on the side. Oh,
Oh
and
my
the
god.
spikes.
Oh my god. And it's like it's like I like how like the game has like this recoil where you're like, "Ah, okay," and then you can't just continue to parkour your way through it. But yeah.
I would man, I
Oh
have
my
yet
god.
to see oh, from the back, that's what she said. I would love to see a speed run. I don't know, I've never watched a speed run of this game. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus.
Why the game the developers plant those med kit thingies right there on purpose to fuck with you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just got to throw that out there.
What's up, Fame? Oh, we're not ranking Polygon Titties. We're just talking about the history. We can rank them later, but there's so many games.
But as you were
Oh.
saying though, did you saying that you agreed with oh my god.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, like you said, Resident Evil, it adds to the tension. If it's good game design, I don't mind at all if it takes me like and you said the Bloodborne games where oh this is Natla, this is your person you think you're working with, but then turns out to be the evil one.
Hmm.
Um, if it's good game design, hell yeah, give it to me. I can take those stretches where I'm not saving, but if it's like I'm looking at my watch and I'm looking at my watch again, it's like okay, I only have 10 minutes, and I know the next save point isn't for another 20 minutes.
Yeah. Like I think Returnal is like the worst offender of it, if I'm not mistaken. Like because it was procedurally generated, you can't just save
Hmm.
and come back because obviously you can't just get the same thing. So it's my understanding that when it comes to Returnal, you have to play like 40 minutes at a time or something like that. And I don't think that's good.
No.
Again, that's just what I hear, not anything that I firsthand know. So
Roguelikes are a big they're very guilty of that, of like just kind of stretching it out for a bit when it should be like, all right, this is over. Let's move on with our day. And speaking of moving on, we're gonna move on to Tomb Raider 2.
yes, we were on this one for a long time.
Because it's the first, you gotta get it in and get it out. That's what she said. So Tomb Raider 2.
Yeah.
Again
So
by
I'm
Core.
assuming I'm assuming that this is just recycled engine, recycled game assets.
Yes.
Uh, Basically, Eidos is selling us a glorified ROM hack.
Honestly, pretty much. It came out in 97.
A year later, wow. Okay.
Year later, same they used the Tomb Raider engine at the time, so same let me not have this flashing light part. Same engine, same mechanics, same I tried to get away from a flashing light part and I just got into another one. Same everything. Everything was tightened up a little bit and now Laura her ponytail swings freely, which
Oh,
was a big thing for the time.
oh, nice. They put some I guess like what is it called? Physics into her ponytail.
Yes, it has no collision physics because it will totally go right through her shoulder when she bends down, but at least the hair moved. I remember it was Rise of Tomb Raider when she gets out of the water and she squeezes her hair out. That was always like, wow, we are next gen when we Rise of the Tomb Raider was my first next gen game where I felt, wow, this is truly a next gen game. What's up, Dragon? How you doing? So this was released for the
Okay.
PlayStation and
Ooh.
PC, and it has
Ooh. No
vehicles
Saturn.
now.
Hmm.
No, no Saturn. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It looks like they're really upping it. Okay. This is how do I put this? It's not quite as half-assed as I was expecting.
No, it has its moments where, you know, like some games towards the end, it's not great. The draw distance is still awful, but PlayStation, so there's only so much you can do at the time. I would have been, man, look at all these twists and turns. I get confused just getting home sometime. So this was also the one we covered when we did fan made games, because there
Ah,
was the
yes.
fan made game, the Dagger of Xian, which was the name of the fan made game, and this is what the story is. You're finding the Dagger of Xian that was used by the Emperor of China years ago. It turned him into a dragon when he was stabbed with it, and you can go from Tibet to ancient shipwreck because it's Tomb Raider to China and to England. And following the criticisms of the save system that we've talked about on Tomb Raider 1, the core implemented a save anywhere system, which then led to complaints because, people are whatever saying it made it too easy. It is what it is. I don't care. We just had this conversation right through the. Oh, GTA would be proud.
I love that they made it a scripted moment right there with the camera
Scripted.
cutaway.
Oh, and now this awkward like shuffle back with the boat. This also contains a new voice actress. The original voice actress was Shelley Bond, and she wouldn't return till 28 years later, or 26 years
Oh.
later. But this is, I can't remember her gosh dang name. I'll probably hit it as I roll through. The Tomb Raider, in this one, she can perform wall climbs. She can perform a mid-air roll, which is brand new to the game. And you can also get a spear gun, a grenade launcher, and an M6 rifle. The inventory now has flares, which took advantage of the, as you can see, new and improved lighting system.
Hmm. Wow, a lot of improvements here.
A lot of improvements. Still the same engine, still using the same. It's only been a year, so they haven't had time to develop. It's probably actually been less than a year because Tomb Raider. I don't remember. Yeah, it gets stuck in the wall. I don't remember the exact month it came out, but it, they couldn't have had much time. But if it's all there, it all works. All you got to do is a very much a very much goddamn Bethesda method and just patch it till it somehow works.
I kind of like the water, by the way. Like, I know a lot of times when it comes to like next gen, it's always been like, look how cool and realistic the water looks. But this just like something about this like sparkly, like weird drawing thing that they got going on does it for me.
It's really ooh, that's ugly, man. It's really pretty. I don't want to watch diving 45. So she also got costume changes because now she's in her scuba outfit. She was in her iconic outfit. The ponytail's still flowing gloriously behind her. Um, this has, I think, more levels than the other one. What did it say? Laura got a makeover. The original designer had left. Uh, there's new smoother. She got smoothed out. No more sharp titties, unfortunately. That sucks because
Uh,
we know we like that. And in Tibet, she also gets a new outfit, which is the flight jacket, which I think is actually in Rise of the Tomb Raider as well. They brought back tons of the old outfits onto new Laura. I don't know how she. See, this is somebody who knows the game because I wouldn't have even seen that switch on that wall. I know I'm blind, but ooh, what's that? I don't like that. See, the last thing you want to do is get me water combat and not let me have a way to fight in the water. I hate that stuff. I hate it. So
Couldn't it just be
development.
like a fish, just a regular little fish that swims by you like Mario style?
Oh hell
Yeah.
no! Why would they? We watched this lady get mauled by a Tyrannosaurus and then beaten by a big gummy half monster. You think they're gonna give us an easy little fish? Tomb Raider was actually this game was in its conceptual stages before Tomb Raider 1 released.
Hmm.
So it
Wow.
was pretty much half done before, while Tomb Raider 1 was being put out. And it uses, like I said, the same engine, new lighting effects, and a new designer was brought in. There are three versions of this game: the original PC PS1 releases, a 2014 re-release, and a 1999 version called Tomb Raider 2 Gold for PC, which had new scenarios, expanded DLC, 5 new bonus levels, and a separate mini adventure called the Golden Mask.
Hmm. Nice.
Tomb Raider 2, what do you think of it?
I am impressed. Um, definitely, I can definitely see how back in the day people would like be all over it. I hope that this game was more successful or commercially. I'm assuming it was more critically more praised, but I'm assuming that like the extra effort that you're going to put into this is going to pay off. I would hope so. Um, Also, like I don't know, maybe because of it's just these tight ass quarters and stuff like that, but it seems like although the performance is still a little janky, it's just less so this time around.
Definitely feel. Let's go into somewhere a little more open and see. There's the another iconic outfit, the new flight jacket.
Yeah, I remember that one.
It was cold out. Look at those spikes. Oh, that's intimidating. If I walked into a room and that's what I saw, I'd be like, hell no, I'm good.
I like how it's cold out, but she still wears booty shorts.
Cause you can't you covering up the titties. You can't cover up the legs. The legs they gotta be out.
I
They
feel like
gotta be out.
we conceptualize my friends and I conceptualized the skit where where like it was like a guy's trip out and like a guy's trip to like go hunting or whatever to go shooting and all that stuff like that, and then everyone's like wearing like their little like like not Kevlar but like their little gear that's all like you know blending in with nature, brown and all that stuff. Like like the pattern, right?
Yeah, your
Like
camo, yeah.
your camo, your Duck Dynasty looking stuff, right? And
Hmm.
then everyone's getting out their car, everyone's loading up and stuff like that. And then like the last guy, he shows up and arrives. He comes out the car and he's just wearing booty shorts and stuff like that. Cause, and then he's like, "What? It's tactical." And then like,
I mean, whatever you believe,
yeah.
bud.
It was just like a whole like a little scripting process where we just started making jokes and stuff like that. I was like, what are we gonna do? He's like, how else am I supposed to be doing like midair somersaults while like doing headshots and stuff like that?
You know what? Y'all laugh. There is always at least one person in Canada that will have a hoodie on or and a scarf sometimes and a beanie, but still have shorts on. It's like pick a struggle, man. Either you're
I've
cold or
s-
you're hot. You can't have both.
I've seen it. It's true. I was in Colorado in 30-degree weather, and then there was a girl who's in her like early 20s, and she was wearing like not even a jacket, just booty shorts and a shirt. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
It's pick a struggle. You can't have both. I don't know why you know what? I shouldn't talk shit cuz I do it all the time, but
Well, they
damn
say
when I
when you live
see
in a
people
colder
do.
climate, when you live in a cold climate, you're used to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeti, I'm that person that with the hoodie and shorts.
What's up, Yeti? See, we cut from the same cloth cuz yeah, I'm very much a I like to rip into people for doing it, but then I'm like, "Oh shit, let me shut the hell up cuz I do the exact same thing." Damn. Damn. What do you think? Do you like a Tomb Raider Yeti? I know I see the eyes looking at the polygon titties, and don't be looking at the ass like that, Yeti. Okay, I see what you doing out here with her iconic
Look,
flight jacket.
why didn't they just in the reboot? Why didn't they make her have booty shorts? Those bastards.
She does in one of. I know she has them in Rise of Tomb Raider. They brought the skins back. I think she might in one of the
Mhm.
alternate skins. I don't know. They booty
Hmm.
shorts for the
I'm a
win, man.
I'm a little skeptical. Uh, Like, I mean, honestly, I don't do skins in games anyways. So if it's
Mhm.
not the default, then I'm not gonna go out of my way to change it. Like, yeah.
See, in Rise of Tomb Raider, you have to change them sometimes because they have different. Like one has an aversion to Greek fire, so you get more damage. One you can carry. Like they all have different stats.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
They all look good
But
too,
I'll,
which
but also like my friend, he played Breath of the Wild, making with Link naked. So it
ooh,
is what it is.
sexy.
I'm like, oh, okay. You're just gonna be in underwear in this cold ass mountain. He's like, yes. I'm
Yes,
like, okay. More power to you.
yes, I am. And so what if I want to run through the hot ass desert and the cold ass mountains naked? I'm gonna do what I want to do. You can't tell me no. I'm a boss ass bitch. Oh, speaking of boss ass
They have
bitches,
they
let's
have
move on.
tigers. Oh my god. Okay.
Uh-huh. Let's see if she gets mauled by. Oh no, she killed them already. Otherwise, they would have
Oh.
definitely turned around and mauled her.
Well, shout out to the game for not having those the enemies that you killed disappear into nothingness.
That's
They have to
true,
keep
but
they have to
oh
keep
my
those
god,
enemies in RAM.
those terracotta warriors. That's all of those first ones are moving. Ooh, those are like oop. Okay, there it goes. Those are like They remind me of the warriors, uh, in Yamatai on the 2013 reboot. The ones that can't be
Hmm.
killed, but can totally be killed. Itch.
Nice. They're using the same system. As like Yeti says, I like Tomb Raider, though it's not fun when I'm exploring a hidden temple for the 100th time. Fair enough.
Fair enough. That's a lot of these games. I think it's just not just Tomb Raider, but adventure games in general. They have a a point where you gotta stop. You can't keep playing them because it's the same thing over and over again, no matter how much you love it. So
Wow,
this
this is looking really good when it's upscaled. Like, geez.
and this is Tomb Raider
Um,
3. This so this is the Japanese version. So I don't know if this was on an emulator or not, but I mean it has to be. It's like 4K.
yeah, I saw that 4K option. I'm like, whoa. Johnny Man
Yeah.
says Uncharted clone.
Uncharted wishes it could be as sexy as Lara. Let's be honest, Johnny. Polygon titties all the way, and I know you agree with that.
You know that boat level from Uncharted. I'm sorry, Uncharted. I was about to say Uncharted 2. That boat level from Tomb Raider 2 reminded me of that Uncharted 3 scene. So
Copy.
I
Lara,
copied
you out here
exact.
copying fucking Uncharted in 1997. I see how it is. Has there been a Tomb Raider game in Egypt? There has been. The first one had sections in Egypt. The second one also did. Um, Trying to think of. See, Lord, their games aren't specifically set in one location aside from the new games. The first one was set
Hmm.
in Yamatai. The second one was set. Well, there was a part that went to Syria, but then it was set in Siberia. And then the third one I think is set in Peru or Brazil, somewhere in somewhere in South America. So they don't have one location. They go everywhere, which is nice. You get to see all kinds of like right now we're in the Nevada desert with look at that water. I thought that was electricity.
It does look like electricity. Okay, scratch what I said about the water.
They said we don't need to change anything. Uh So this picks up right after Tomb Raider 2, the ending. And again, this is use that thing, that purple thing, that is one of the save crystals that you pick up to save instead of your save anywhere because people said it was too easy and then some people said this was too hard. So you can't really please anybody, which
I I do gotta say that this level design a little bit trash in the sense that the wall textures blend in with everything, so you can't see what you're supposed to latch onto.
yes. Yes, thank you.
It's a
It
little
all
flat
looks the
looking.
same. Like that.
Yeah.
I didn't if we hadn't jumped from there, I wouldn't have known there was a platform there. And you have to do these weird setups for the jumps
I
because she's not in the right position 90% of the time.
I genuinely hope that Mini Yeti is asking that question ironically or like as a joke.
I hope it's a joke. So I'm gonna assume it's such a joke that I'm gonna go ha 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 and not answer it.
Like if he is asking that question unironically, Jesus. Oh, how young are you? But anyways, yeah, go on.
That's a question. Jesus. She has a new range of abilities. She can crouch, she can crawl. She also has a sprinting move and a monkey bar swing move. Ooh, look at that dive.
Ooh,
10 points, little splash. Thank you, Lara. Have you tried the Olympics, Miss Croft?
they made that level like just deep enough that she lost that momentum. But if they made that water just more shallow, just her neck would break.
Right at the bottom, and then we'd see her slowly float up. Slowly float up, bob up. And again, there is this. I haven't pulled them up, but all these games have horrific death. Just finding a long play of the third game was hard in a weird way because this is the Japanese version. I couldn't find an American version or a North American version. It's like, okay, cool, cool. It is what it is. One that wasn't janky and one that wasn't from like 2012. I should clarify that. Johnny, Johnny, why are you like this? Or is it,
I was like, oh, I don't know how to respond to that, but I'll just leave it as is.
yeah, I'm just gonna. It's a new type of environment too, and ground. Quicksand. It's characterized by the moving ground, which quicksand isn't as deadly as people think it is, but
What year did this game come out?
98.
They really did pump it out a year apart, or two times
Mm-hmm.
in a row. Jeez.
Yep.
Okay.
Uses the same engine, the Tomb Raider engine. Laura's
There goes that
pistols.
crawl.
There's the
Yeah.
crawl. Look at it.
They gave her a badonkadonk.
They did. They really did.
She was thick. And like, go back like 10 seconds.
Laura's dummy thick.
There we
But let's
go.
go.
See there.
Oof.
Oh, look at that. She got more ass than Solid Snake and Brawl.
This boy just, my God, man. But they knew
No,
what they were
it's a true
doing.
story. It's a true story though. But like one of the things that people hated about Smash Ultimate when it first came out is that they nerfed Snake's ass. It's true.
Wow, we don't have a lot to complain about, do we?
uh,
Yeah, no. A decade and a half apart. What? Indiana Jones? Are we still on that?
they're only a decade.
We still on
That
that?
isn't. Oh my god.
Laura has her pistols. She always has her pistols. Actually, it wasn't until the new games that the pistols became optional. Like they weren't your
Oh.
first. Do you have other weapons? Because now Laura is really known for her bow, which is what
Oh.
I use. I did a on stream did a bow. Our cameras are frozen. Of course they are,
Hmm.
because Discord doesn't let me have anything nice anymore.
Thank you, Dragon. It's really interesting how we're perfectly in motion on our end, or at least I am. I'm seeing us both.
Yeah, it was OBS. It wasn't Discord. For once, it wasn't Discord.
Ah,
Bitch.
there we go.
I'm gonna body slam Discord or OBS. I'm body slam everybody. Everybody's getting it now. uh yeah, on stream I did a bow only run of Rise of the Tomb Raider. The game forces you to use guns at points, but I tried my best. I really did.
You know what? I just realized they didn't make her wear booty shorts. It's
Hmm.
like they pick one or the other. Either you're wearing a tank top or you're wearing booty shorts, but you can't do both.
No, and I don't know what's happening here, but Seems like the AI is a little confused.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
seem so, right? Okay.
Ooh, that's dark as all hell. Let's get to another bright part. Area 51. What is this? I don't remember this. Oh, hi. Oh, it's trying to be stealthy. Oof, stealth. Oof. These
Nobody
little
likes stealth.
no, nobody does. Especially ones where it's mandatory and you'll fail the mission without it. Get out of here with that. I don't need that. Uh, you got a new shotgun. You got a harpoon gun, Uzis, grenade launchers. Those remain from Tomb Raider 2. There's also a deagle, because who doesn't love a good deagle? And the M16 has been replaced with an MP5 submachine gun. And she also has a rocket launcher, because every girl needs a rocket launcher in her arsenal. The game also is performing a lot better. It's still clunky, but
Mhm.
but it's
Yeah,
probably on an emulator.
yeah. I just gotta say that I need to see Uncharted 1 and 2 and 3 as a PS1 demake, like the way they did for Bloodborne, or a
Ooh,
PSX demake.
I bet you there's probably one out there, or somebody's worked on it and probably got shut down.
Fair enough.
They know what they were doing with these camera angles. Dragon, do I have a nice collection of shades? I do. I have dad shades too. The uh the Oakley bright yellow lenses that make me look like a soccer dad ready to yell at the ref for not letting my kid play. I have those too. What's up, J-Dub? How you doing on this blessed evening? So Tomb Raider 3 also had a mini sequel, which was called 2 Tomb Raider 3 Lost Artifact, and it was a unofficial official kind of PC Mac, man, Mac's getting love, uh expansion that was released in 2000. And unlike the previous expansions from the other two games, it was initially sold as a standalone thing rather than a part of a re-release, and it was not available for a free download for existing owners, which I don't know how I feel about that, but we're also very used to it in our modern age.
Yeah.
I remember when Assassin's Creed Black Flag came out, and then Freedom, that ponytail is blowing in the wind. Uh, Freedom Cry came out, and it was a DLC, and then it became a standalone game, but it wasn't offered for free. Like, why? It's Adewale's story. Why don't you just give it to people? Black Flag is probably one of your most successful games. Give it to them. Give it to us. I have it now. I still haven't played it, but I will one day. I have played every single Assassin's Creed aside from Odyssey and Valhalla and Liberation, and then the Chinese and Russian and Indian spin-offs, because like those are too pricey for what you're getting for gameplay for my um taste. But that's just me.
And speaking of Assassin's Creed, my weekly Fortnite plug, and that's non-existent, but
Do
make
it.
sure to play Fortnite because Ezio and the chick from Valhalla, I don't know her name, but
Ivor.
they're on Ior. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, they're skins now in Fortnite.
Oh shit. Okay. You know what? Maybe that will make me play. You know what? Laura was in Fortnite and it still didn't make me play
Yes,
Fortnite.
that is true. And they put classic PS1, like they made alternate like styles, so you can choose
Hmm.
between like regular like reboot Laura or Polygon Titties Laura or Lara.
I would polygon titties all the way. All the way. Oof. Give me those eye pokers. The new Tomb Raider is gonna be fire. Unreal 5. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That's what actually spurred this on was
Yep.
that announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play it. The only one of the new ones I haven't played yet is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, because I was gonna stream it, but I had to take a break from streaming because my brain said, do you really want to be doing this right now? And I said, no. So it's okay. Yeti says, if
Mini,
y'all. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
that's a Sophie's choice right there. Mini asks if you had to pick one Square Enix franchise to exist and the rest of them are lost to history, which one would you pick? And then for him, it says he would choose Kingdom Hearts to keep. Oof.
Final Fantasy.
Hmm. I guess Tomb Raider. I can't think. I would say Tomb Raider. Yeah.
Yeah, as much as I love Tomb Raider, the the absolute bonkers moments I've had in like Final Fantasy Online and playing the first time I heard Kefka laugh, that ah, not no, not the ah ha ha, that's the other laugh, but the Kefka's like 8-bit, god damn, 16-bit laugh, yeah, that terrified me for a long time. Final Fantasy all the way. Can hold on, let me just be a perv for a sec. Okay, I got what I wanted there.
Hmm.
And shout out to all the Final
Oh,
Fantasy people. No, Kingdom Hearts people for getting Kingdom Hearts 4 announced. I'm proud of
her face
y'all.
is a little weird back there. Just throwing that out there.
Oh, I was not looking at the face. I'll be honest. I was very distracted about something else.
Yeah, I guess that's where they want your gaze to go somewhere else to not look at the face.
Yeah, don't look at face. Look at butt, okay?
Butter
Uh,
face.
Butterface. I look okay. I see what you are. JW love Kingdom Hearts, but Final Fantasy has to be the biggest. Yes, and that I say Final Fantasy, assuming that nothing would change in the Final Fantasy history, and we would still have the online. We would still have as much as 7, no, 615 was kind of a shit show. We would still have that, and all like nothing in the history has changed. That's what I would um just slam those doors on me. That's why I would choose it. What up, Visions? How you doing? You come here often? How you doing? You like Tomb Raider? Sorry, I don't. I'm in a weird mood right now. A very weird mood. So we're gonna get. Oh, we might not even get through all the games I had already originally pulled up.
You have only three more, right?
I have, yeah, and you know what? Revelations. It's okay. It's an okay game. It is the fourth game in the series. I don't need that dizzying menu. Thank you.
I do like the camera angle. I think they were going with on that one.
Is
What
Are we
is
stuck in the water or something?
what is up with this?
Oh,
Oh, that
look
was
at
a
young
weird.
Laura with the double big dance.
I'm not a fan of this shot, but okay.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, I think it's meant to be like smoke. Oh no. Oh no, Laura. Don't leave him behind.
What the hell?
Yes, you like that slow mo? You like how that is? Ba-da-da-da-da. So again, developed by Core, published by Eidos Interactive, released for the PC. So the first one was released on DOS, the rest have been released on PC,
Okay.
PlayStation, and eventually came to the Sega Dreamcast.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well,
So
with this,
Sega. Oh my god,
yeah,
that's
with this
tasty.
cutscene, I hope so. I would hope so. But please tell me that the Dreamcast is like the definitive version of it with the best graphics.
I'm not gonna lie to you like that because I respect our friendship. But the
Oh,
Dreamcast does have graphical and sound improvements, but over time, just with the support that the PC modding community has, sting him, sting her. I thought that was a man. Sorry, Laura, you looked real manly there. Like, this is a full on FMV. The other ones had it, but it did not look like this.
this must be the Dreamcast build.
probably. And as you can see, everything is we've gotten away from the harsh polygons. Everything is real smooth. Um, a lot more. This is like that weird era that a lot of games have gone through where they don't age well because they are this weird early 3D look, which isn't a bad thing. It's just a sign of the times. But goddamn, this cutscene long as hell. Oof. Give me some gameplay. I want to get to the game. Oh, hi. But look at those titties, more prominent than ever, even though they're smooth now.
Whoa, look at that. Like that is
Right?
way more polygons.
The
This has to be a
improvement.
PC. This has to be a PC stuff or
That's
something.
let's just see in the description. Shout out to Long Plays. Vanilla version PC with high res textures. Yep.
Ah, there we go.
And this was posted in 2020. So that just answers our question. The modding community for yeah, back that ass up. Wow, stop being horny on the
Oh my
face
god,
though.
that face. She is a
Those
butterface. Let me oh.
oh,
It's
you know what? You don't look at the
a
face
rough.
90% of the time, so
That's exactly what I said. Uh,
because cutscene Laura's face was pretty hot. That
yes, yes. Yes, and yet he's
mm,
like, "That cutscene looks fire."
the cutscene looks great. Don't look at the rest of it. That was rough. Floor Hugger Chakalaka, what are your three most recently played games? Yours are Lego Star Wars, For Honor, and Elden Ring. Chakalaka, what do you been playing?
Oh god, nothing. I just been doing my little daily exercises of Smash Ultimate. I've been playing some Fortnite, and I think that's it. I can't think of any. Oh yeah, I guess the last game I reviewed, which is Ghostwire Tokyo. There you go.
Shit. I started on Guardians of the Galaxy, but I've really just been playing GTA RP and Red Dead RP, and that's really it. I'm in the mode of like you where we this is a quiet period for reviews for us right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to just stick to one game for a while because we don't get the luxury of just sticking to one. I thought she was about to die. Sticking to one game. Look at this graphical improvement. I haven't even gotten into anything yet. Can we have a light area? It's real dark and I'm trying to see the goods. Not the
I'm
face.
assuming, or the ass.
Do want to see
um,
that.
what's it called? It does seem to me like I would just imagine this game running exactly like the way we saw it on PS1. Like I'm assuming that it's the same engine, but like obviously with when it comes to PC, we're having way more like textures and patched in effects and stuff like that that
Yeah.
smooth things out.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm going to assume too. Yeah.
this isn't what we're seeing here in 1990 or 2000 or I'm assuming it's the year 2000
99.
on this one. 99. Gee, okay, damn.
So
Yeah,
literally uh, a year after. The only
they
time they took
really
a
they really
break.
made this a franchise though. I will say this. Like PlayStation
Hmm.
1 must have been synonymous with
Oh, yeah.
Spyro and Crash and next to them is Lara Croft.
Hmm. And that's why Laura. I remember when Rise came out, there was the controversy because it went on Xbox first for a
Yes.
year.
Mhm.
But that was because they were setting up for the 20th anniversary, 25th
Mhm.
anniversary or something of Laura. Ooh, those spikes are spiky. Of
It was the
Laura.
20th at the time.
Yeah. So I can get it. I can dig it. The only time they took a break was at 2003 because the next game was in 2006. And that's when the legend timeline starts, which is a different Lara. And then they take a break in 2008 to go to 2010, 13, 14, 15, 18. What? I missed it. 13, 14, 15, 18, and then 2022 is when the next one has been announced, but we don't know when it's going to be. So this is the last revelation. This is the fourth game designed by Core. Core is essential in Laura's history and published by Eidos Interactive. like I said, went to the Dreamcast, PC and PlayStation. There's new moves. She can grab ropes, she can dangle from the ceiling, and she can swing with them, compounding onto all the moves that she had in the previous games. She can also climb up and down ropes and poles, take that joke whatever you wish, and shimmy around corners to set herself up in better spots. Because before you would have to do like that little jump back, and there she's swinging on the ropes. Look at that rope physics.
Oh, don't tell me there's spikes right there waiting to kill her as soon as she just jumps on.
Oh my god, that's exactly what it looks like.
Why isn't she swinging? There we go. Oh, you're trying to avoid the
Oof.
spike. Interesting. I'm
Spikes
surprised
already,
there's no spikes up from above. Oh
unless.
my god.
Oh my god, that's anxiety inducing. No, thank you. I love how it's also very much a you can't see if you shot the enemy. You just kind of gotta hope. There's no aiming. Like you gotta
Must be
pray
some
and
kind of
hope.
like, oh my god, that looked like a dark void that she just
That
fell into. I was like, nope, it's
uh,
floor.
yeah, that person had some faith that there was gonna be something down there. Swimming back, of course. Ooh, I don't like. Oh, hey, how you doing? I gotta stop. I'm being a perv on main right now. Laura's also smoother, as we can see, but this is also a PC version. She has more refined appearance. She's got flexible joints, new meshes. She can also, this is a first for the stable. It took 4 games to get to it. She can go back a la Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and replay older levels and do some of the stuff out of order because there's different secrets, puzzles, and hidden things in these levels now. So it's kind of like how they have the challenges now. That was kind of brought in. Damn, girl, that was a lot of cleavage brought in here, starting at level game 4. There's also new weapons. You get a revolver now, which has a laser sight, and you also get a crossbow, which has a laser sight as well. In the Dreamcast version, there is a remix of the original theme and a gallery option, which was that a mermaid? Which you can unlock FMVs, all the cutscenes, concept arts, screenshots, and things like that. And Janelle Elliott replaced Judith Gibbs, who was the voice of Laura. Judith Gibbs came in on Tomb Raider 2, and she would Jonelle would voice Laura for the next 2 installments before Keely Hawks took over for at Tomb Raider Legend, which is the next timeline of Laura. Jesus, that's a
um,
lot of words.
humble beginnings, I will say, but yeah, definitely shout out to the team for not. I was expecting these sequels to be like half-assed, to tell you the truth, because I was aware that it was the same engine and the same and just recycled assets and stuff like that. So, and
Hmm.
I kind of think I knew about the 1 year time difference. At least one of the games, I knew for a fact that one of them was definitely a year. I didn't know all of them were a year apart, but like just like the idea is that you're just shitting it out. Even you said it like, oh, they're just shitting them out.
Hmm.
It has the negative connotation of low effort, and this doesn't quite show that. So it's more like they're just constantly refining. Like what is the word in developer talk? It's like a game is never finished. You just ship it,
Yep.
and then what's it called? A lot of times, like the things that and like there was like a developer interview. I forgot which developer said it, but like they said it's like if you want to see a more complete version of the game that was originally intended, play the sequel. You know, it's like the sequels always have
Hmm.
ideas that were scrapped in the
Yep.
first game. So,
There was one of I think it was one of the expansions or maybe one of the next games where it was made entirely from cut content of a previous game, which
oh,
entertains me to no end and makes me wonder how many games are like that. Because I can think of quite a few. Oh, Lara. So they're not very long games, as you can see too. I think the longest the longest playthrough was this one is 9 hours. But this is also somebody who knows what they're doing and where they're going. They're not super big games. The games now are huge. Rise of Tomb Raider,
Like 30 hours, right? Or
easy. If you're not doing the
yeah,
DLC and looking for stuff, easy. And these are, I mean, yes, like I was saying, there's the secrets and the tunnels and all that stuff you can go through, but it's not quite. If you know what you're doing, hey
what is
girl,
she grabbing?
you
What is
know
she grabbing?
the flat side. You know the flat side because she's strong. Her fingers got that gorilla grip.
uh,
The
I just want to
camera
throw
is
this out
awful.
there, and I just want to throw this out there. But Link had to get gloves in order to get strong. You know, to lift, to push and pull like those big ass cinder blocks that she was doing in the first game.
She Lara Croft. What is that ugly thing? Ugh. She's strong all on her own. What do you think of the fourth game? Because this was also where people started to turn on the franchise. They're like, you're putting these out, they're too similar. I don't like these games. I think actually it might have been three that kind of mentality started for a lot of people.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it definitely
Ugh.
does. Oh my god, it definitely is samey across all the games. Like, yeah, they're definitely putting in like their touches of effort, obviously, as you can see, but like it's definitely derivative. But it just depends. Like, for me, I'm the type of gamer that like wants to play the same game over and over again. Essentially, like, um, whenever it comes to sequels, uh, if it's very close to the first game, then I know what I'm getting. I know I'm getting what I love, kind of thing, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even it's kind of like my taste, my personal taste is like I'm not. If I like something, I'm gonna want more of it. It also goes for music. So like I always hate it when a band like explores new sounds instead of just making a sequel to the first album that I liked so much.
Yeah,
So
that's fair. I'm very much I'm the same in some aspects, like with some video games. Assassin's Creed. If I am scared to start Odyssey and Valhalla because I know they're so different than the previous decade of games. But I do enjoy, like when your review of Ghostwire Tokyo, I enjoy that. Oh, this is something new. It's still part of the tried and true method that I know, but it's something new.
mhm.
It depends on the God. That's a lot of cleavage on the game, and I'm so
Yeah.
distracted by like just the fact if you look at the bottom of her shirt, that's a leotard. That's not a shirt. So that's the girls that know. You know what I'm saying? She, she doesn't give a crap about wedgies. So
I'm pretty sure when you were putting the doc together for you were not anticipating how distracted we're going to be by the gameplay.
no, because it's. I love watching older games just for that sake because it's you know
Can I
what you're
just
getting. Yeah.
mm, can I just say that feels like they just recycled the same room twice over, or is this the same room going backwards? Because it felt like in my head, if she did this and went to
Hmm.
another room to do it again.
Hmm.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah, she
much.
did do it. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
it's two ropes this time. Okay, yeah, it just feels like it was a cut and paste right there.
Yeah, a little bit. Oof, went down that rope real quick. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. And now she's got to swing back because this is a dead end.
Or is it? Oh, wait, it is. Oh, damn.
Hmm. A lot of
It's
find the key, open this door. Um,
what's the word? Old school, like old 3D games. Even like this was even true in the PS2 and Xbox era, OG Xbox era, where you want to get the most mileage out of your
mhm.
levels designs. So you make people go back into the same level or backtrack to just pad things out.
Yes, a lot of I feel like I've seen a lot of these games have um tons of backtracking. It isn't until I would say you get to the legend era, which is what we'll cover next. We'll probably have to actually split the legend timeline into twos because there's a lot of chunky games in that one. But oh man, here we go again, just on the other side now. You're very right on that. There is tons of backtracking because get people to spend time with Lara, enjoy the game. That's fine and all, but if you make me backtrack 30 minutes because you wanted me to solve this puzzle and now I have to escape the same way out, and with the added pressure of now I have to escape and shit is crumbling around me, yeah, no. That annoys me to no end.
Just want to throw this out there, but she should be like having some rope burn.
Rope burn, wedgie, um, you know, all that goodness. Oh, this looks like a little Egyptian. So when Yeti was asking earlier, I think this does have a huge chunk set in Egypt. Egypt. That
Kind of boss. Oh my god, that's got to be an exploit.
that's
The
some
way,
cheese.
yeah.
Damn, Laura. I love how Laura. So I'm not 100% sure. In the newer games, Laura is an archaeologist. She went to school for archaeology. I don't know if in these games she is an archaeologist. I mean, she just pried an ancient thing out of a wall with a crowbar. So I don't know if you want to call her an archaeologist. I think she's just a Tomb Raider. She's a Tomb Raider. She's also an adventure book writer in this timeline, um, and a guide writer for people because her family disowned her, so she doesn't have access to the Croft millions or billions anymore. So the story changes every time. Angelina Jolie's is different. The comics and the books are different. One comic could say one thing, the next comic will say something else. It's all confusing.
I
And
just want to I just want to say that I kind of wish that they would have redesigned this swinging rope pit thing a little bit better, especially the one with the two ropes. Like I would think that this game would be more fun, and again, fun is subjective, but it would be more fun to basically just Donkey Kong Country this, where you like swing consecutively. Like
you think.
you jump on the first rope, you make the momentum on the first rope if you have to, but if you jump, grab release, and then go into the next rope, instead of having to do the swing and momentum thingy again, carry the momentum over and make it like a double jump kind of thing.
I
That would
think
have
so.
made it that would have made it better.
Yeah,
So
I'm with that. Anything that slows natural moving gameplay down to a tedious level is something that should be redesigned. But
yes.
again, this was 1999.
Yeah, but you had 4 games to figure that out though.
Yeah,
I can't. I gotta cut them. I can't. As a even like by those standards, right? Like I can't.
there's only so
And also
far you can be
Yeah,
generous.
yeah. What's it called? Like Donkey Kong Country existed even at this time. So but just throwing that out there.
That's fair. And that's why I like doing this stuff where we can sit and be like, well, like by all we're because we're not even comparing it to today's standards. We're comparing it to
Right.
then standards. Today's standards, it's
Exactly.
almost unfair to compare a game to today's standards from then because we didn't know the things we do now.
Yeah. Besides, I'm pretty sure. Like I would hope for the PC and the Dreamcast that they. Okay. Clearly, no, they didn't. I'm just watching her turn. I was hoping that they would have solved the tank controls problem, but maybe it hasn't been solved.
No, the tank controls. I don't know if you could dual stick it, but it's still very.
Because the DualShock definitely existed. So, fun fact for those that don't know, the original PlayStation One controllers was had no analog sticks on it. It was just
Mhm.
like a little bone with like the D pad and the buttons, right?
A
But then the
little bone.
DualShock,
It does look like a bone.
The DualShock is something that came out later on in the PS1 life cycle, and a lot of games had to be re-released. So, for instance, Resident Evil had a Resident Evil Director's Cut, which
Yes.
included support for the analog controllers. So, a lot of games had to figure that out, and
Hmm.
then with a lot of games that even supported it, there was an analog button where like you have to press the button in order for it to be enabled. Otherwise, if it's turned off, they do nothing.
I
So.
remember that. Wow, you just brought back a memory. Holy crap. A deep, dark pit. Damn, man. Okay. Wow. Damn. Chakalaka. I forgot all about that analog button because when I was younger, I couldn't figure out what it did.
Well, there you go. See, I can school you even when it's your episode.
No kidding. All right, we got
All right. One
two
more.
more
One more.
games. One
Okay,
more,
two more,
yep.
two more, two
No, one more because the next one is a big one. So
more. Okay. All right.
this will be
Well,
the one. We'll have two more games of this, and then we'll do the Legends because the Legends is also chunky.
okay.
And this is a good place to end it because this is the Game Boy version of Tomb Raider. This was the first handheld, not the last. Oof, yeah, look at that. So this is also running on an emulator, of course, because I honestly don't even know. Now, hold
I
on, I
like
want to
I like how
see.
the cutscenes is like given out in like a slideshow
You got it.
with not even like it's not even cool pictures. It's like the most pixelated thing I've ever seen.
That's
Oh my
Laura.
god.
So this, not bad prices actually. I had to see how expensive this was. Tomb Raider. Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, about $40. Not bad. I might
Not
pick me up
not
a
sh-
one.
not sure how I feel about this one.
There is a one with the Tomb Raider original. Oh, that's Underworld. I want the original Tomb Raider. 60. Ooh, a full collection of all the Nintendo Tomb Raider games. 130. Give it to me. Okay, I gotta stop looking, otherwise I'm gonna be buying shit, and I don't got money right now.
Oh yeah, this
So there,
I guess it works. I
you see
guess it
something
works.
off-putting about it?
I don't know, but for some odd reason, like Lara Croft and her model just looks like she's like some 40-year-old soccer mom. Look at her face.
What
Like
face?
but it doesn't yeah.
It's the
No,
under
it
eye
doesn't look
bags
cool.
for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that flip though, that
And it
flip
just
though.
the proportions just seem very weird, like the legs for days and just the smallest of torsos and like it feels like I'm looking at some kind of weirdly animated caricature. I don't know, like I feel like
I'm
I've seen
glad.
cartoons in this weird art style.
I'm glad you've noticed that because unlike most Game Boy Color games, which you lock down the sprite resolution at 16 pixels to 32 pixels,
Hmm.
that's the standard. Laura is 48 pixels tall to accentuate her looks. And she's also animated at 2000 frames.
Whoa.
So there's a lot of work
A
and it
Game
looks
Boy?
weird.
That's a
Yeah,
lot of processing power for a Game Boy to do.
it's a lot. I mean, look at those boobs got shadow and more jiggle than anything I've seen. The guns are still there's
Yeah.
something. So this
The
was
only other
hmm,
the only other character that I can think of is this tall on the Game Boy is Samus from Metroid 2.
yeah, and thank God it's that way because I don't know I don't know if it's the really short torso, like you're saying, the neck that is maybe like 1 pixel too long, the arms that are a little short. Something is off putting, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out. Uh,
It's a
so
little uncanny valley kind
it's
of thing going on.
it's right in the uncanny valley. This was released in 2000. Of course, it is for the Game Boy. Color, not advanced.
Hmm.
And the sequel came out a year later. A sequel handheld game came out a year later in 2001. It was developed by Core and this time was published under THQ with Eidos's licensing, which THQ handled all of the handhelds until the modern era, I think. There's 14 levels across 5 areas. You solve puzzles, you defeat the enemies, and Laura, surprisingly, can perform 25 different moves, which is more than some of the games, the base games. You can do ledge grabbing, backflips, and cliff diving. And this is probably one of the weirdest games that I've seen on the Game Boy Color. But it's iconic because she's 48 pixels tall.
Yeah. Huh.
So
I
what do you
honestly
think?
had I honestly had no idea that this game even existed, first off. But like, when I hear the word like Tomb Raider on the Game Boy, like this is not quite what I imagined. Like
No,
there's we know about the I know about like the Game Boy aesthetic, right? Like it's like a this is not that. This is like if Shantae looked weird. I guess is how I'm like.
that's a good, yeah, yeah. Because the more you look at it, the more you're like, I can't look away. It's like a car crash. It's
Yeah.
just something off putting, and like I want to play it, but at the same time, I love myself, and I know these games are hard as hell.
But definitely do make it look easy. I will say that.
This person is probably, uh, you know, has nightmares of this in their sleep. They can pinpoint exactly where those arrows are going, where the enemies are. I would have nightmares of this game too if that long necked giraffe was looking at me like that.
And
So,
like, let me just say that
mm,
she definitely does look unrealistically skinny.
yes.
Uh, you know, g- girls dealing with image problems wasn't something like widely known back then. So this wouldn't help that either. But still.
Isn't that the dichotomy of Lara she is she was my role model to do like archaeology and shit and it be okay. But at the same time, the body standard she set was so unrealistic and so crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just and it being portrayed by one of the most beautiful women in the world is also gonna doesn't help the cause either.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Laura, like don't get me wrong, Laura is still an unrealistically beautiful woman in an unrealistic setting. She's an heiress to a fortune. She's smart. She has tons of money. She lives a life of privilege. But
yeah, you're
they've
right. Yeah.
the more you think about it, the more you're like, oh my god. I don't know how. Get those save crystals, babe. Okay, I guess we don't save anymore. That's not giving me anxiety at all. The more you think about Laura, the more she's the perfect role model, but at the same time, still a little outside our leagues. But I get it.
She's
She's
like
came a long way.
she's like Barbie in the sense that like Barbie has like so many jobs in her resume that's just really unrealistic.
Yo, yeah. So, Chocolate, we've covered from 96 to 2000.
Jeez.
We've covered 4 consoles, 1 handheld game, and the
Let's be real.
start.
Let's be realistic though. At least one of these hours we were just gazing in awe.
I wasn't gonna call myself out like that, damn. But you're not wrong. I was gazing, especially when the crawl animation, and they know what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. We watched the birth of probably one of the most iconic video game characters and video game franchises in all of history that still to this day is moving forward and progressing. And even though these games are rough, especially the older ones, people still look at this with fondness in their hearts. How do you feel now?
I definitely have an appreciation for this franchise even more. It's like you, even just looking at this gameplay, like I can definitely see how just looking at it, can see how it's like a little tanky. But something about watching this is inviting, and I don't know why. But I'm not saying like inviting and like, oh, let me like polygon titties. I'm saying like I just want to try it. Like I want to try seeing how it goes. Um, I'm not that type of person that says old game is old.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah,
Now,
I like this.
I'm going to prepare you because once we get into the Legends era or timeline,
Hmm.
there's a lot of controversy that starts to come with the games of people. Angel of Darkness is probably one of the most hated Tomb Raider games of all time. Like, people hated it. They hated the story. They didn't like the way this franchise was going. And it gets bad, real bad. It was almost like an Assassin's Creed thing where it looks
Ooh.
so bad that the franchise wasn't going to continue.
Oh my god.
And then it gets better. Way better.
Wow.
But it took until 2013 for it to start picking up again. And we're in 2000 right now. So, yay.
Okay. Quite the opposite like cliffhanger here, where it's
Yes.
like, oh yeah, like I for the Nintendo like parts, it's like, oh, things are about to get better, and now it's like things are only getting worse.
It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. But that's how we appreciate things. And you know
Nah,
what I appreciate? I appreciate
it's
you,
always
Chakalaka.
yes, thank you. I appreciate you too. It's always I was gonna say it's always darkest before the dawn.
This man knows when to hit a sentimental moment, I tell you. Chakalaka is the king of that. Mm. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeti, Bean, Vision, J-Dub, Flameser, Dallas, that weird guy Fame, Dragon for hanging out with us, Johnny. I guess I could mention you too. King, you guys are awesome. We're gonna, this is gonna be a multi-parter, and next week we'll talk about something else. But you guys are awesome. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for being weird with us. Thank you for loving the polygon titties, because I love so much. So much. If you guys want to see more of me, you can find me everywhere. I'm the floor hugger. I've been playing a lot of GTRP, but if you need me and you want to play other shit, do let me know. I'm always down to hang out with y'all. Tomorrow we have 2XP.
Well,
Couldn't think of the name.
and I'm on it. I'm gonna be on it. So
Exactly. Chakalaka's on bi-weekly, so you guys come support the team, support Chakalaka. Tell him he looks handsome. Let him and Kevin start fighting it out for the most handsome man on the podcast, please,
we need
because I
it.
want to see that. I want to see that fight. I want to see people start swinging. Uh, Thursday it is going to be take two because we did happy hour last week. Monday, nope, Sunday, Starcross Gamers show Johnny and Baron some love. Monday, 15 minutes of fame. Next week we let loop back around. If you guys are been part of the family for a while, you know last year we did a happy extra life stream. We are starting to plan that again. So if you guys want to be a little part of that, you're part of the family, you want to rock out with us, don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm planning it all and I'm going to take care of everything for us again. I'll get the links set up and we raised $1,000 last year, so let's hope we can raise even more than, actually we raised over $1,000 last year. So let's hope we can raise more than that this year for the kids, and we might be doing some other charity stuff this year just to give back to the community and the people that give back to us. And we love you guys so much. We couldn't do this without you. And before we go, one last thing in memory of Trevor, because it is coming up close to an anniversary, that is going to be an emotional ass cogs when that happens. Go wishlist Externus Path of the Solari. That was the game he was working on. That was the game Winterborn was working on. It's been quiet for a while. Still mourning Trevor, which is understandable. And he was he was the PR guy. Go wishlist it. It's gonna be on Nintendo. It's gonna be on Steam. I don't know if it's gone onto PlayStation and Xbox yet, but go show the team some love. Let them know that you want this game. And if you're a big D&D fan, you're going to love it because that's basically what it is. And just take care of each other, take care of yourself, and we'll see you guys tomorrow or next week if you only watch us for Cogs. We love you guys so much. Chakalaka, what do you got the people to know what you doing this week, handsome?
Well, let's see here. Obviously, Ready Press plays every Friday. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I have any like major things coming up here. So quite not quite as busy as I used to be. So yeah, Ready Press Play is mostly on my main thing. It's every Friday on podcast services, and then of course yeah, Double XP every other Wednesday. It's definitely like the calm before the storm because I believe tomorrow is 198, which means my next appearance will be episode 200, which I know we
Yes.
got big things are coming.
It's gonna be crazy, y'all. We're gonna have returning some people that a lot of you guys are new, have never met before. Um, unless you were around for episode 100. I can't believe we're already on episode 200. It's gonna be a whole family reunion and it's gonna be crazy. And that show will probably be like 2 hours. So make sure you grab some snacks. Make sure you hang out with us. And we love you guys so much here at Level One Gaming. Remember, get all your gaming news from there. Stay tuned for any reviews and any news. And if you want to be a writer or you want to try it out, let us know. We're always down to help people out and try new things. But we'll see you guys next week. Before I talk your ear off, I've already talked Chocolata's ear off tonight. I love you
You're good.
guys.
You're good.
Bye, guys.
Bye.